So, hello student. Today's topic is introduction to array. The material what I have already uploaded in Google Classroom on 26/3 2004, and we had a very good interaction in WhatsApp interaction session. But during your assignment correction, I got that it needs some conceptual discussion as well. So this is my first video lecture, beginning with the definition. What is an array? Array is the collection of same type of data types placed in contiguous memory, referred by a single variable name or single name. Okay, so you may visualize the thing with the concept of flat structure or multi-storied building. It is something like that. Take an example of array int a third bracket 5, where int is the type of that particular array, a is the name, and within third bracket we have specified the size. This is the declaration of integer type of an array of size 5. Similarly, we can declare an array of character type, then that will be char b within third bracket 10, and if it is float, then float as third bracket 5. So b and as are the respective arrays of 10 and 5 size. Now what does it indicate for the compiler? If it is integer array of 5 size, then it will take 5 into 2, 10 contiguous bytes in the memory. Again, it depends on the processor architecture. If it is it will different for different architecture. It may be 2, it may be 4, according with the 32 bit and 64-bit compiler processor. Now what does is actually signifies? To give individual existence of each array elements, we will use index number. In C, index number starts with 0. So now if we go through this particular picture, here we need to separate if there is a common name. Like if it's a flat with the name of Omkar apartment, then we need to know who is staying in the ground floor, who is staying in the first floor, who is the top floor. Similarly, A0 is the element like 10, A1 is the different element 20, A2 gradually it will go to the up. So if array size is n, then the last index will be n-1. Here it is A4, and if you go through the addresses, we have assumed that it is starting with 1006 4-bit representation, and we know that accesses are addresses are hexadecimal number. So after 6 it is 8, then A, because in hexadecimal system after 9 that is A, then after A that will be C and E, like that. So from this discussion we came to know that A0 that means element with the value of 10, A1 is element with the value of 20, and their respective addresses are A0 is 1006 and A1 is 1008. Like I have mentioned here, like the flat concept with the same name, Omkar apartment, the values, ground floor here A0, first floor A1, top floor are A4. So these are the values: A0 10, A1 20, A4 100. So now we are quickly coming to an interesting issue. Why we are going to declaring an array. Instead of using an array, we may use different variable of same type, like int p, b, c, d, e. But these variable will be scattered in the memory. This variable these different the difference is the variables will not be placed contiguous in the memory, that will be scattered. So why we are using array? Because there is another very important concept in C, that is pointer. We know that pointer is a variable with deal with addresses. So when the pointer arithmetic, that is a separate issue we will discuss in the next class, or after some classes. Pointer arithmetic is very much helpful to for the contiguous memory places. Then the arrays are very much helpful to store data and operate on the data. Ampersand is called the address of operator, and asterisk is called value at address of operator. Then with the help of this pointer arithmetic and concept of pointer, we will able to access these memory locations and the value of that particular memory location. Now I want to tell you once again why the array is important. Because if these elements are scattered in memory, then we will not able to access sequentially. Like take a concept: if the Indian cricket team members they have been allocated in a particular flat structure, like Mr. Dhoni is in ground floor, Kohli in the first floor, then Jadeja in the second floor, like this. So instead of Mr. Dhoni is coming from Ranchi, Kohli is coming from Delhi, and Jadeja is coming for the Karnataka. So it will be helpful for a postman, instead of roaming here and there, if he will able to access that particular flat. So he will very easily access all these persons. So like this, the concept of array, that will be helpful for same type of data types accessing and their application. So now how we can initialize an array. Here int without mentioning any size. After that we are assigning some values within a curly brace, putting a comma 10, 20, 30, 40. It will automatically take size as 4. Size as 4. So it will be helpful if we take the help of some problems. We have already understood the concept. Now write a program in C to take 5 integer numbers for an array, print the numbers with index, address, value, also calculate the sum of the numbers. So we know that program compilation which starts with main, but with a suitable file name array underscore ex.c. So here instead of declaring different variables, we will declare an array int a third bracket 5, then putting a comma, we will declare other variable requires for this particular program. Then we know that CLRSCR is a very helpful library function which will clean the previously printed things on the console. Then we'll write printf enter 5 integer numbers for an array. Now we need a loop for the repetitive job for scan. So we will start scan numbers from the user. We'll start with the index value I equals to 0, and it will go less than 5. We will scan the number inside the computer memory, and then according to the requirement of the program, we will print the number. We will write printf and the numbers are coming. Now to print according to the requirement the same set of instructions we need to perform more than one time. So we will take another loop for I equals to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, and we will write within the printf %d with a new line. %d is the number, /t, %d is the index, /t /t, %d is the address. Now for this first format specifier of integer type, we will take the help of ai as a variable. It will print all the elements from I equals to 0 to I equals to 4 in that particular array named A. Then I is the index. It will indicate the 0 index, 1 index, and up till 4 index. %ai is the responsible format specifier variable for last %d format specifier. Ampersand will give the address of that particular indexes, and some variable is required to calculate the sum of all these integers. So we will write sum plus equals to ai, and to avoid garbage collection we will initialize with 0 before initiation of this loop. Now if we print the sum, that will print the all integer number located in this particular array. So output will be like this. If 1008 starting from 100, we assuming that 1008 is the address location and 10 is the number over there, a0 is the address, a0 is the element, then 10 is the number, 0 is the index, and it may print like that. -1539 is the addresses. Why? Because we have used here %d is the format specifier. We know that addresses are hexadecimal. To print that thing we need to take the help of %x. Okay, then this actual 1008, 100a, 100c will be printed. Now I hope that you have understood. We'll discuss another problem, like if there are some characters instead of integer in an array, and find how many vowels are there, and print the vowels with the index number. So here we will populate the array with with some characters, and f plus is a beautiful library function available under stdio.h that will be used to flush the buffer for the next character to be taken, and within the loop we will place the simple condition if ai equals to a character constant a, or ai equals to character constant d for all the vowels, and if the condition matches, then we will print the elements and increment the vowel counter, and after that we can print the total number of vowels available in this particular array. Instead of using if condition, we can use a switch as well. So I hope that this discussion will be helpful to clear your concept. Thank you, student, and see my next YouTube lecture.